When a sprawling real estate empire suddenly collapses, where exactly does the cash go? Over 3,000 retail investors are currently facing that question. They are searching for 11 billion Kenyan shillings of their life savings, money that vanished from the public eye almost overnight. This capital was originally pooled into two massive investment vehicles, Cytonn High Yield Solutions and Cytonn Project Notes. These entities acted as collecting baskets, drawing in public funds with the promise of double-digit returns from the Kenyan property market. The collapse of these funds created an 11 billion shilling hole in the financial sector, effectively swallowing the unprotected wealth of those who trusted the promoters. The missing billions were clearly visible. The money had been deployed into tangible luxury real estate projects, like the apartments at the Alma and the sprawling acres of RiverRun. But the investors found themselves locked out. The promoters had placed these developments under 49 separate special purpose vehicles, or SPVs, each registered as an independent limited liability partnership. This structure relies on corporate separateness, creating an invisible veil that shields profitable SPV assets from the bankrupt parent's debts. Promoters used this to lock the vault door. Investors held claims against the empty parent, but were legally barred from the assets their money built. To open that vault, the court-appointed official receiver had to look past the property titles and follow the raw forensic trail of the cash. They utilized the doctrine of tracing. This allows a liquidator to follow the value of funds through various transactions, even if the money has been converted into different forms, like land or buildings. The audit exposed the siphon. Billions pooled in the Cytonn baskets were systematically transferred into 49 SPVs to finance real estate, but there was a critical flaw. These intercompany transfers were unsecured loans, meaning promoters moved cash without registering any legal collateral. Forensic tracing confirmed that the 49 SPVs functioned as hollow shells, existing only through siphoned, unsecured investor cash. On November 21, 2025, the Kenyan Court of Appeal issued a series of judgments that systematically dismantled the promoters' legal defense. The judges first addressed the human element. They noted that the managers of the insolvent parent companies were the same individuals running the independent SPVs. In practice, there was no separation of control. The court also highlighted the commingling of funds. The lack of security and the flow of capital proved the parent company and the SPVs were essentially a single economic unit. This led to the court's core legal rationale. Maintaining the fiction of separate legal entities in this case would directly facilitate an injustice against the creditors. The court's language was blunt. The legal victory secured the buildings, but the victims faced a stark financial reality. Because the retail investors are classified as unsecured, they are at the back of the line. Before they see a shilling, the liquidator must first pay off the tax authority and the secured banks who held legal charges over the projects. The economic outcome is severe. After the priority creditors are paid, Cytonn's own estimates suggest retail investors may recover as little as 14 cents for every dollar they originally invested. Beyond the individual losses, the Cytonn rulings have reshaped Kenyan corporate law. The case provides a direct warning to promoters of complex financial products. The court has demonstrated that it will no longer allow limited liability shields to be used to hide public funds. The new legal standard is one of substance over form. Kenyan courts will now look past special purpose vehicles to identify the true destination of investor capital. While the financial losses for the 3,000 investors were real, the ruling provided a blueprint for future asset recovery, making it harder to hide public wealth behind shell companies.